Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast after a while now. But
I'm Daniel.
I'm Foster. That's Daniel. But mostly my fault on this one. I've just been so busy these past 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
I have a
Like
lot of
what is it like just random stuff or
just so
specific?
much just in general random stuff that just happens throughout my weeks and stuff like that. A lot to talk about. If I can remember all of it, but I definitely will remember a lot. So let you go first, Daniel. What have you been up to this past
All right. Well, I'm
fucking
just gonna start
month or
from
whatever?
most. Yeah, I'm gonna start most recent because I don't feel like I can go all the way back and remember. I just had the first exam in my MATLAB and Excel coding class that I have to take.
Ooh, scary.
And it was a group exam, which was fun. We got to vote whether we wanted it to be individual or group, and obviously like 99% of the class voted for group. Um,
Mm.
but my group is funny because we consist of me and then three frat guys basically,
Let's
and
go.
and we work really well together, especially on the exam. Like yesterday, we met at the library to do a practice exam, and we assigned roles to everybody. So I'm writing the code that we come up with, and we've got somebody else because we only got 50 minutes to do the whole exam, and it's like it gives us a prompt, and we have to write some code to execute the prompt.
Yeah, you have to figure it out and shit.
Yeah, right. So it's just kind of like a practical application kind of thing. So I'm writing code and I'm not commenting anything. We have to comment stuff as part of the grade. So
Yeah, you have to
we figured it would waste time if I'm also commenting. Also
annotate
writing.
your code and shit.
Yeah, right. So we have the guy next to me to my right, so he can see my screen. He's writing his own comments on an empty script. Like he's not writing any code, he's just writing the comments. But we're making sure that they line up line by line. So I'm like, okay, lines 8 through 9, error check the value that the user inputs or something, and then he writes that in. And then at the very end, we went back and he just told me everything, and I just typed it out really quickly. It took less than 2 minutes probably. So that worked really well.
Was it in
Uh,
person or online?
in person, yeah. So
Okay, that's
we're all
dope.
sitting
Yeah.
at the same table, and then the other two guys, one of them, they were both kind of like referencing stuff because we could use a few resources. They were referencing stuff, checking my work, and coming up with ideas. They were like our think tank kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they caught me making mistakes several times. I forgot parentheses or whatever, so they saved us lots of proofreading
Yeah,
time after we
going
were done.
back and just making sure, what did we mess up on here?
Yeah, exactly. Like they caught those things before we got too far, and our code works really well. There's like two bugs in it, but you have to hunt pretty hard to find them. And
Yeah,
they already graded it. It was very fast, and we got 100% on it. So we're
that's so
pretty
dope.
pleased with ourselves. Yeah,
Nice, man.
that was the fun thing that happened today. Do you want to say one of your things before while I try and think of something else?
For today, today's just been garbage so far for me.
Oh,
I need a new alarm clock or something. I woke up late for my shift at work today. I was supposed to come in at 8. Set my alarm for 6:50 because I was like, oh, I have to take a shower before I go. Woke up at 9. Woke up at 9:30.
nice.
So I was texting my phone for my boss. I've done this before too. This isn't the first time it's happened. This is the second time it's
Okay.
happened. So I was in a little bit of trouble today, but not too much.
Wow, that sucks.
I guess I'm not fired, so that's
There you
good.
go. Yeah,
But
that's what we
yeah,
mean.
that was kind of ass. I need an alarm clock, something that's actually gonna wake me up.
Anna gave me this analog, an analog alarm clock, and it has the old-fashioned bells on the top where and the
Yeah.
knob that
Okay.
rings it. So it's like I've never used the alarm because it's really loud. I feel like it would give me a heart palpitation or something if when it woke me up. But you could try something just really obnoxiously loud.
Yeah, I have a analog, a digital alarm clock. That's an
Okay.
actual alarm clock on my desk, and I figured oh, it's gonna be far away. I'm gonna have to wake up and get it. But I literally slept through it. Because you know how alarms will just turn off sometimes if they don't.
Yeah, I mean they do
Yeah,
after a while.
yeah. So I just fucking went to bed. I just slept through the whole
Just
fucking
ignore
thing.
it. I've done that a couple times, but not yeah, with I have a little digital clock and that
Yeah.
beeping I can sometimes if I'm aware of it, I can be like, okay, just that I just kind of ignore it and go back to
Yeah.
sleep.
It's also just super hard too because I live in a frat house, right? So at this point,
Yeah.
2 months in, I'm 3 for me actually. I came at the beginning of August, or no 2, yeah. Like I'm such a heavy sleeper now, like
Oh yeah.
because like at 4 a.m. they'll be playing music and shit. So like I just sleep through everything now. So it's like
Yeah.
it's hard to just even wake up. You know what I mean? Like fuck.
Getting conditioned. Yeah.
I'm like
Like
damn.
like in AP Bio or whatever when we're talking about. Wait, was that AP Bio that we were talking about stuff like that? Like conditioning, or is that psychology? I guess it's more psychology, but I feel like we did a project in bio
Maybe.
where it was like feedback, or maybe it's is that like negative feedback, you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not in bio anymore. That's the thing. Ha. No,
Well,
but
that's funny. So you're like you're kind of, I mean, that's how I sleep. I don't notice anything. Like people ask, will be like, did you hear the lightning last night, or the the thunder or whatever? And I'll just be like, no. Did you hear like the music that was playing or
yeah.
the fireworks? And I'll be like, no. I don't. I'm just gone when I'm sleeping.
Yeah. So that happened to me today. Do you want me to start like naming off all this shit that's
Yeah, I mean,
happened?
you had stuff you wanted to talk
So
about. So,
yeah, there's like my mom got married for one.
oh yeah,
I
congratulations.
think that's like the original reason on why we had to like take a little break is because it was like, oh, I'm in Michigan.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But yeah, I went to Michigan for my mom's wedding. My stepdad now is from my now stepdad is from Michigan. He grew up near Detroit, so we went out there. They got married like right on Lake Michigan. It was really nice, really pretty, great ceremony. Happy for my mom.
Awesome.
So that was good, but I missed like a whole weekend, so kind of like got like backed up in just terms of like chores and
Yeah.
groceries and work for school and school actual work. So that kind of backed me up a little bit. And then that Tuesday after I got back, sprained my ankle real bad. Couldn't
Oh
walk.
no. Oh.
I couldn't walk to class the next day, so I stayed in bed like all day. Like it was literally so bad. I couldn't walk on my foot. I was like
Jeez.
limping around.
Did you get like a splint or a wrap or
Yeah.
anything?
I went to urgent care. They gave me like a boot, and I was walking around with a boot for like 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
It was hard to like get to class and shit.
Yeah.
Uh, After that, like everything was still sort of fine, but like I still couldn't really do chores and stuff because like, so I couldn't like go get groceries easily. Couldn't work easily. Couldn't drive easily. Couldn't like do anything with the giant boot on. I couldn't skateboard to my classes at all. So that just kind of sucked for a little bit.
Yeah. Are you all good now?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm all good now.
okay.
I'm out of the boot and I can walk and everything. But then like I don't know if I told you. I don't think I told you yet. But I got a new girlfriend.
Oh, cool.
I got a girlfriend. Her name
Yeah.
is Bea. She is from Bolivia.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
She's not from there. She's from Texas, but she was born in Bolivia.
Okay.
Her family.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
that counts as from Bolivia.
They're
Like,
all yeah.
you can be from multiple places.
She's like Spanish. She's cool.
Awesome.
But yeah, so it's fun hanging out with her, but also obviously like just having to spend more time with like a girlfriend. You know what I mean? Not that I'm complaining.
Yeah, right.
It's just like that's another thing.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
got me busy.
Cool.
Fucking working just in general too. Like I work now. My schedule is like Friday. Apparently I guess I'll be working like 8 to 2s on Friday, and then
Okay.
9 to like 6:30 on Saturday and Sundays.
Wait, 9 a.m. to, oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So like 9.5 hour shifts like both days of the weekend, but like I can get like like almost 30 hours in like 3 days. So that's like pretty dope.
Yeah. Making
in
money.
terms of like just being able to like fucking get money, but also at the same time it's like fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But working at the railroad part isn't hard, so I'm not complaining. I just hope I don't get fired due to my own incompetence. But I don't think I'll get fired. I have like a modeling job that starts this month.
cool.
I think it's either this month or next month. I'm pretty sure it's this month though. But yeah, I'm doing like I think I talked about it on here, but I'm doing
Yeah. Brief, I think you just started, like,
yeah,
you just talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
so
are you
like
gonna do?
I applied for it like a while ago, but I actually start this month now. I'm just like a nude model, so like I'll be like naked in front of like art classes for ASU.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah,
fun.
something you see on like a cartoon or something like that. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So in my house, so there's 4 floors, right? And there's we have 3 sets of washers and dryers, one on the fourth, third, and second floors.
Okay. Wow.
Two of the washers on the fourth and third floor broke, so now we only have one working set of washer and dryer for the entire house, and there's a ringworm outbreak going on in our GOP.
Wait, what is ringworm? I've heard of it, but like, what is it?
It's athlete's foot. You know what athlete's foot is?
Oh, okay. No, not at all. I also heard of it, but don't really know.
It's just a fungus. It's like a
Okay.
fungus that like is just it spreads.
So it's not a real worm.
And it's itchy. No, yeah, it's not a worm. It makes like ring shaped, like itchy spots on you.
Well, that
And
sucks.
it's pretty contagious. But if you treat it, then it's not contagious after you treat it. And then like, but yeah, so that's hard because
Make sure washing clothes on the same.
yeah, there's only one washing machine that works, and everybody in the house is using the same washing machine. So like it's not spraying the ringworm. It's just hard because everybody needs to get their fucking laundry done.
Yeah.
And everybody got it from this fucking cat that one of the guys brought in. It's a stray. So and it had ringworm, and everybody has ringworm. Fucking.
Is
So
the cat still there?
yeah, they got it like shots and everything. But
The
still.
cat just screwed everyone.
Yeah, and so it's just like fuck. Now ringworm's going around in the GLD. I have it. I have like a little tiny spot, but I don't have anywhere else from what I've seen so far. So
That sucks. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Is ringworm the kind of thing you can get multiple times, or is it like a once and
yeah,
done
I think
thing?
it's like it's like spots on your body.
Okay.
It's nothing
But I
bad.
mean, like, can you contract it multiple like again after having?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause yeah,
So
but
there's no benefit here.
no, it's just all like annoying. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's like a mosquito bite. It's not bad,
Yeah.
but it's just annoying.
Yeah. It's I can exactly picture the kind of
Yeah.
annoying that it would be.
I'm just kind of behind on my classes a little bit, so that's kind of stressful. Fucking like there's still some classes that are online for me, and I hate it so much. I hate
What
it
classes are they?
My math class and my physics class are both online.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Like my math class was in person, and then she switched it to online because she was scared of COVID. But
Okay. I mean,
I can't say that like you're wrong, but at the same time it's like fuck you. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to online school anymore.
yeah.
Like especially math. Like I failed
Yeah, math is an
online.
in-person thing.
I failed online math last semester. Like I'm on the trend. Like if I don't like, I really need to focus in my class.
Yeah.
Like if I don't want to like fail again, I don't want to
Right.
fail again. So I am focusing. It's just like fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's annoying and stressful, and like that's just like fuck. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've had a
Yeah,
bunch of like tests and midterms this week. It's
All this week?
yeah.
Oh, geez.
I've had like 3 midterms this week. It sucks.
Geez. I've had midterms, but it's been like once every week for the past 3 weeks. So the same amount, but like my classes seem to have coincidentally scheduled them for like every week there's a different class. So it's like, it's kind of nice, I guess. I don't know. I guess it depends on preference, but I would prefer to have them spread out as opposed to like 3 in 1 week.
Yeah.
That sounds rough.
So yeah, that was pretty tough. And then but yeah, other than that, just like working on classes and stuff. Like my fashion construction class I'm taking. I have to make like I have to like design a shirt for that, like a button down shirt, because that's like
Nice.
one of our projects that we're doing. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I still think material science is really dope. I'm doing really good in material science right now. We just took
Cool.
midterm. We just took the midterm like this week, like I said, and I think I did pretty well on that. So it's like that's the hard part for me because I feel like I'm slipping on like a lot of my classes, but at the same time, I know it's just all like gen eds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not actually stuff that like I'm here to do. Like the stuff
Right.
that I'm here to do, material science, I'm going to all my classes, I'm paying attention, I'm having fun, I'm like
Yeah.
invested in it.
Right.
And the stuff that like is killing me is just like
The other stuff.
astronomy. Like
Yeah.
astronomy is just killing me right now. I'm taking astronomy and it's so dumb. It's not hard. There's just a shit ton of work to do because he assigns like 8 homeworks a day. Not 8 homeworks a day, but like a typical day I'll have like average 2 homeworks in like
What?
astronomy a night. And they're so dumb because they're like the ones where you have to like answer it and then like it'll be like, okay, well, you know that, but like answer it again, the same question but like a different format so that like
Oh, it's
you
like
can
the
like,
interactive learning
yeah, like
stuff.
you show that you know you mastered the skill. And I'm like, fuck
Oh,
off. I'm like,
it's like
shut
my.
up.
Do you remember like mastering physics or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah,
called?
that's
Yeah,
like basically what it is.
it's literally mastering physics, but for astronomy.
And it makes me want to die like every time. But yeah, so it's like
Uh,
it'll be like 2 of those a night or something like that.
that
And then
sucks.
like that's just the class. And then there's like the lab too, which is like once a week. And
Is the lab fun?
it's
Like,
it's not boring, but it's not like fun, I would
yeah.
say. It's from 7:30 to 10 every Tuesday night.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So and then my fashion construction class is right before that every Tuesday. So I have class from like 4:30 to like 10 straight basically
Jeez,
on Tuesdays. So that
that's
sucks.
terrible.
But yeah, right now I just feel very like run down because it's
Yeah,
like ever since I got back from my mom's wedding, I've just been playing catch up on stuff, and now I'm finally
yeah,
and now I'm starting to like actually kind of catch up again, and I'm so tired because it's like
yeah.
every day for the past like 3 weeks. It's just been I've been doing like I've needed to do something,
Like extra. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good that like,
and in all honesty, I haven't really been doing as much as I should be doing. Like that's the other hard part is just like I know that like I should be doing more, but I'm just so tired.
yeah.
It's like
I mean, yeah, it's difficult to. You really have to like work on. You have to actively motivate yourself. You can't just be like motivated. Like
yeah, like
motivation.
in high school, it was like, okay, I'll come home and do my homework, I guess.
Yeah,
Now it's like, okay, I need to do my homework. Like, when am I gonna
yeah,
do my homework? Like,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's no like set time. Yeah, like in high school, every day it's the
everything
same
just
schedule.
like sort of like worked out in high school, but now it's like
Yeah, like
we're doing shit. I don't
yeah,
know,
you
like
weren't like in high school. You weren't necessarily told when you had to do your homework, but it was obvious that the only time to do your homework was that night. And like
yeah, like after school, you know what I
after
mean?
school. Like, but you don't have an after school in college. So like for me, I've been
After every class is after school, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. So I have like 8 a.m. classes every day, and then like 5 hours until my next class. So that's when I've been trying to do my homework, and it works well when I have the motivation. But like I said, like you have to actively bring that motivation like to the priority. You can't because it's so easy to be like, oh, I've got 5 hours until my next class. I can just relax for a while and then I'll do my homework. But then the time goes way faster if you
Yeah,
just
time
get it done. Then you can
sometimes
relax.
that's what I hate too about like I don't know about necessarily being at college or just being on my own at least is like time goes fast when I don't want it to and then it goes super slow when I want it to go fast.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
never on my side. I'm always just like fuck
Like I'm
like
like I got 30 minutes for lunch, and then it's like
dude,
already been 25
yeah,
minutes,
I
and I'm
wouldn't
like,
even like you walking there is like 10 and you're like,
yeah, yeah,
"Huh?"
yeah. Travel time. I can get somewhere. I can get pretty far on campus in like 6 minutes. That's my like if I'm going fast on my bike,
Yeah, yeah.
And but even with that, I have to go and unlock my bike and go, and then when I get there, I have to lock my bike back up. So it's really like 10 minutes no matter what. And so, it's just like
Yeah.
the individual minutes don't seem to go that quickly, but then you look at the clock and it's been like chunks of minutes have gone by without you noticing. It's really irritating. But
Are
what you
your
said about, or sorry, go ahead.
no, what were you saying?
When you mentioned your sprained ankle, it reminded me. I was in my bathroom and something fell off my like medicine cabinet shelf, and I was wearing my backpack which had like all of my class stuff in it, so it was like a decent weight, and I like stuck my arm out super fast, like just reflexively, and caught the thing, but it like popped my shoulder out and then back in because of my
No
backpack.
way.
So it like weakened my shoulder because like just the sudden extension, and then the weight like torqued it. So I like my shoulder hurt for like 3 days, and I went to the doctor, and he was like, "Hey, you got like a subluxation, which is like a partial dislocation or a dislocation where it gets dislocated and then goes back immediately, you know."
Yeah.
So now my shoulder is like okay now, but it's just every now and then it's like weirdly sore, and I have to do like these therapy exercises with a resistance band.
Yeah, that
So that
sucks.
was just like a massive pain because the I guess not as big as spraining an ankle, but like things
Yeah.
like getting up from like sitting or from like my bed or whatever. Usually I like turn over and push up with my hands, or push on something, but I couldn't do it with my right arm. So I had to like think about every little thing that I like picked up or whatever, which
Yeah.
was just like a nuisance, a huge
Yeah.
nuisance. It wasn't
Yeah.
really quite, it wasn't like a, you know, quite as debilitating as like,
Yeah.
a leg in a boot, but it was like as maximum of physical annoyance that there
Nah,
could
yeah.
be.
Especially because it's like you didn't really notice it before. Now
Yeah,
it's like everything is like exacerbated for you to
right.
be
It's
like,
like I would expect, like when you hurt your leg or whatever, okay, I can't do stuff with that leg. But when you hurt your shoulder, you don't really think about
how much you're
all the
using your
stuff you do with
shoulder.
your shoulder.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Fucking. This month is gonna be tough, I think, because
Yeah.
from what my girlfriend tells me, she says that Mercury's in retrograde this month, right? So
Okay.
apparently that's bad.
Oh,
Apparently that's like real, like not bad, but apparently it's just like a cause for misfortune for like
okay.
everybody. Like, so I've just been like, I took that knowledge. Like, she told me that it started like fucking probably like 4 or 5 days ago is when Mercury started to go into retrograde, and that's like a real thing too. It's not like just an astrology term because I'm in astronomy.
No, yeah, I
Right?
know retro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. The effects of it are the
Yeah, yeah,
astrology
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I just think it's funny because it's like she told me that. After she told me that, now like everything I like, there's so many things that are just like little tiny things that just go wrong, and now I'm just like, fuck, Mercury's in retrograde. Damn, Mercury's in
That's
retrograde. Shit.
that's definitely confirmation bias though. Like
Oh no, 100%, 100% is like all the bad stuff that's going wrong. I'm
you're
like,
just
Mercury's in
looking for it.
retrograde.
Yeah.
Mercury's in retrograde. I don't know what else to do.
Mercury's in retrograde.
But it gives me a little bit of solace to like the chaos that I feel has been going on
Yeah.
lately.
Well, I mean, that's the appeal of all that kind of stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, Mercury's in retrograde.
Yep.
Explains everything.
Mercury's in retrograde. So if you're having a bad time, Mercury is in retrograde. Just understand that. Don't worry.
Not your fault.
It's not your fault. It's just Mercury.
It's just Mercury.
What is your sign? What is your star sign, Daniel?
Is that like the birth thing, like
Yeah.
Gemini?
You're a
I think
Gemini?
Anna knows all this stuff.
I feel like that's like a bad thing, isn't it?
Well, apparently,
I don't know. I don't get Gemini vibes from you.
what are Gemini vibes? They're supposed to like you're
I feel
double
like
two-sided, like
yeah,
you're
yeah, exactly. I feel like Gemini side would be like, oh, like I don't like that person because it's like I just feel like bad vibes. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
like you put on one face, but you actually are another or something.
exactly. I don't feel like I trust you, but I've always trusted you, Daniel. I've never.
Yeah, and like that's definitely like I could be doing that, but I
I've
don't
never
think
been like. I don't think I've ever thought, is Daniel lying to me right now? I don't think I've ever thought that you're lying to me, unless you're like joking about it or something.
yeah, like I mean, I could be. Maybe I'm just really good at putting on one face, but I've never. I feel like I've never. If that were true, I have never revealed the other face to anybody. Like I don't feel like you said. I don't think you could think of an example where, like, oh, that wasn't like
Like,
Daniel normally.
yeah, that doesn't
So,
seem like or like you're purposely trying to mislead me. Like I
right?
don't.
Yeah.
I've never
But it's
had
funny
that.
because like that is very like basically the first thing you think of when you think of Gemini doesn't apply to me at all. And then but then like some of the other smaller thing like whatever characteristics some of them apply, and it's like, oh, maybe this is you, Daniel. But again, it's just confirmation bias. It's like
Exactly.
the main category definitely does not apply to me.
I'm an
Some of the other
Aquarius.
things. Oh, nice. What are those like? What?
I don't really know. From what I've heard, it's like charismatic, confident, like people person, but also like kind of secretive of like their true like feelings.
Okay. Well, I feel like the first stuff, I feel like that mostly applies. Maybe I don't know about the secretive thing. I'm not. I guess I'm not sure, but like
I don't
you
know.
know, I see you as confident and like a people person in
I
whatever that
guess.
is. But
I've feel like I've changed a lot though. Like I feel like I definitely used to think like yeah, no, totally. But now I'm like I don't know cuz I don't like being around people nearly as much as I used to.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you think like is it like quantity of people or just people?
I honestly think I may still be reeling from like I don't know how to like be around people.
Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean? From COVID. Like I dead ass
right.
think that I might still be like in that like space.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah. So I mean, who knows whether it's well? I guess it could be. It could cause like a permanent or like a yeah permanent personality shift, but it could also just be it might just take
Yeah.
time. Like
I don't know.
any
There's just
healing
been
needs
so much
time.
stuff that's gone on with me the past year too, from like my diagnosis to like just like
Yeah.
college in general. It's like I mean everybody's been saying it. It's like we're everybody's growing up, but now I feel like I'm actually like changing as a person too, because it's like
Hmm.
stuff that like high school me would think about or something like that. I'd be like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like,
Oh, okay. So wait, like you're doing stuff now that high school you wouldn't want to do, or you're doing stuff now that, or wait,
like
is it like both ways?
say I'm at like at a party or something, and I'd be like, oh, I want to meet like everybody here. It's like, no,
Oh
I
yeah, okay.
don't really care that much. Like, I only want to like talk to like these couple people and just have
Yeah,
like and just be by myself.
right. Well,
And
yeah.
it feels like it feels like I'm like losing myself kind of, but at the same time, it's like I'm not losing myself because I'm right here and like I'm changing. So it's like,
Yeah. Yeah,
uh,
definitely. I mean, like you can definitely just like change over time and like it's not yeah, I don't feel like that I don't think it's possible to really lose yourself or
yeah,
like lose like you just change the way you are and like
yeah.
that's fine. Like
I
I'm sure that I've changed somewhat, but I still feel like I'm pretty much the same when it comes to like my interaction with people. Like I'm exactly what you said. Like, a few people like I like hanging out with a few people every day, but then there needs to be a point in the day where I'm done hanging out with people, or several points in
yeah,
the day, like a
yeah,
mixture of like I need to be by myself for a proportion and then with people for a proportion and very rarely with like a ton of people. Like it's I don't care about that, but like my healthy ratios are like some alone time and some people time, which I guess is pretty general, but
yeah,
like I don't feel like the proportions have changed that much for me.
yeah. I think I'm yeah, yeah. What are you saying about that? Yeah, I think I'm going kind of crazy.
Yeah. I hope not.
I like
Mm.
so to go off this statement. I'm not going crazy, but I think that
Okay.
I need to talk to my psychiatrist and I need to get new meds. I think because
Okay.
like so I stopped taking my meds recently because I didn't really like how they were making me feel.
All right.
I just felt like sort of like a zombie like going through my day and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like if you think about it, like mood stabilizers is what I take for bipolar, right?
Hmm.
Those don't necessarily like fix the bipolar. They just
Yeah.
suppress the emotions, right?
Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
They just
It's
take
it's kind of like a
if we're looking at my like mood, X being time, Y being the like positive Y axis being happy, negative Y axis being sad.
yeah.
My mood would look something like a sine curve, right?
Yeah. I was just thinking of exactly this image, and as soon
Yeah.
as you just started describing it, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Exactly. So, but the frequency is really high, right? And
Right.
and amplitude is very high as well. When you're like it, and that's like base me. I'm going like up and down, up and down, up and down throughout a day,
Yeah.
multiple times. With the mood stabilizers, the frequency is still very high. I'm still going up and down throughout the day, very high. But the amplitude isn't very high.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's a lot of shifts. It's just not a very drastic turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the mood stabilizers, and then the Adderall comes in, and it'll like boost the amplitude of the positive y-axis a little bit, but like because like it'll offer
Oh, okay.
it'll
Yeah.
offer like serotonin to my brain, and but that's like sort of a whole different issue, just like because like ADHD, my brain doesn't like get enough like reward chemicals, and that's why I can't focus because my brain's always just like I need
Huh.
more. I need
I
more.
didn't know that. I
Apparently,
didn't
that's
know
what
that.
it was. Yeah, like
Okay.
that's why they prescribe like Adderall and stuff.
I
For
never knew what Adderall did or that like mechanism of
yeah,
ADHD. It's
I didn't
interesting.
know that either. It's actually pretty cool. Like how like
Like it makes sense.
thinking about it like that. Yeah, you wouldn't think about it like that. Is the fact that like your brain is just like it needs more stimulant,
Yeah.
like
Well, not that it
stimulation,
needs more stimulus, it just needs to be
rewarded for
for like
it needs to be
focusing on
it needs to be
things. Like,
rewarded more for good actions.
yeah.
But yeah,
Interesting.
so that's what the Adderall is for. But anyways, like either way, I tried to take just the mood stabilizers for a little bit. Tried to take just the Adderall for a little bit. Both of them didn't really feel too good. Both of them didn't feel good at the same time. So
Okay.
I stopped taking them for a little bit, and like I'm just starting to now realize that for the past like, I mean I've been taking them for like almost a year now. So I wouldn't want to say year, but for the past probably like over summer at least,
Hmm.
I've been like watching my life in third person basically. Like I realize I haven't been thinking myself as me. Like
Oh,
if that
really?
like literally
Yeah.
I've just like thought about this recently. Like I've been thinking about my life with myself as a main character,
Like as Foster's life.
watching from a third person perspective.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about all my actions in terms of what is Foster gonna do now,
Yeah. Right.
not what am I gonna do now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like something that I was just doing subconsciously or if it was because of the meds or what. But
Yeah.
like now that I'm realizing, like, damn, I'm actually myself and not like some storybook character that is like just waiting for the conflict to enter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I
Interesting. Well, I mean, the fact that you realize that, like, after you stop taking the meds, I feel like that, that's indicative of something. It could be a coincidence, but
I think so too, because it's like when I was taking the meds, I was kind of paranoid all the time. Not like paranoid, but like I would just constantly always be feeling like somebody is watching me.
yeah,
Whether that be like a higher power or like the government, I don't know, but like literally I'd just be like I'm not like somebody's watching me right now. Like I'd be in my room or
yeah,
something like that, and I'd be like somebody is watching me. Or I'd be walking down like MU or something. I'd be like, somebody's looking at me right now. Like
Oh, so it wasn't like just in general like a perspective was looking at you. It was like there could be someone or some people specifically looking at you at different moments.
it was both.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was like both me and like I'm looking at myself, and it's like
Like
who
you're
else is
like it's
looking
like
at me.
if like like Harry Potter like just randomly walked through a mall or something. Like, just or like some random character who is obviously not like or just a normal or like real person, but like someone everyone knew as like a storybook character or something, like just walked around.
Yeah, it's
You know,
kind of
like
hard to explain, but it's basically like I have another voice in my head that is like a narrator, and it's like third person me, I guess.
okay, yeah,
And it's like reading my life like a storybook, as if you would like a Percy Jackson movie or a book
yeah,
or something like that. And it's like then Percy like went into the garden and killed Medusa. It's like that's the head that's been in my voice for the past like 6 months, just saying like then Foster went to his class and it was really boring, but then he went home and then he hung out a little bit and then he went to his other class. And like it sounds like kind of humorous, like me talking about it.
Well, I mean, no, I can't even like I'm thinking
I
about it, like I can't imagine how I would deal with that if
it
that like I don't even know what that I can't even imagine what that would feel like.
Well, like I'm just realizing now that I was doing that, so it's just kind of like weird for me to think about because it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds weird, but it's like I realized it like today, like when I was at the carousel, I was just like, damn, like I'm not like I'm here. I am here right now.
Yeah.
Like
Not not the character or
it's
whatever.
so hard to explain like the like the line between like me and like this third person like perspective that I'm talking about. And I'm sorry if like you're listening to this and you can't like visualize it the same way. It's just like picture that like your consciousness is like, I don't know if you've seen like Get Out, like the sunken place kind of, but you're also like cognizant of your body motions.
Is it like, oh, okay, hold on. So is it, I have two things that I've experienced that sound similar to what you just said. Is it like, I mean, I guess not existential crisis, but where like all of a sudden I'll be
Kind
like,
of like an ego death. You know what that is?
not really.
Okay, it's just like it happens a lot when you take like psychedelics or something. You'll just lose like all sense of self and like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'll just randomly be like, I am this person, Daniel, like just a detachment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's maybe not the same thing, but like
No, yeah, you're going on kind of right
okay,
there.
yeah. So like oh, actually this kind of does sound like my consciousness will kind of detach from my, I guess, my body, or even like from my other consciousness, from
Yeah.
like the day, and I'll be like, whoa, this person is like that's what I am normally, but right now I'm not for some reason, and then it'll
Yeah.
go back and be like, okay, yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah.
Is that like kind of similar?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah. So
I
you're
do
like
I have very briefly experienced that kind of
in your
thing.
head or something. You're like, what is he gonna do next?
Yeah,
Like, is he
yeah.
gonna go to the kitchen or like? So yeah, like imagine that, but like on all the time.
That's so crazy. I couldn't do that'd be oh
Like
yeah, I
it
don't know how
just
to
like
deal with that.
yeah, it just like flipped off for me all of a sudden,
So I
and
guess you
like
weren't necessarily aware of it, right,
no,
until
I wasn't.
recently. Okay.
Like it literally like today,
Interesting.
like I was sitting at the carousel, I was like, I'm me. Like hang on,
Like it was like finally it was like the two consciousness were like and like
yeah.
reconnected.
So I don't know like where the
Interesting.
fuck I don't know like where the fuck
Yeah.
I've been or like what I've been doing, but like I don't know, shit was weird. Like thinking back on
Yeah,
it is kind of weird, like because like dead ass, like it would be like I'm watching my life as a movie through my own eyes,
yeah, okay.
is what it felt like, and like it's hard to explain because it's like I say that I'm watching a movie through my own eyes, but I also was like having an active part in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
I still had like the thought process of like what do I want to do now,
Yeah.
but at the same time it like wasn't like me actively being like what do I want. It's hard. It's so hard to explain,
No,
but
yeah, I think what like not frequently, but not frequently, and for a very brief, like a few seconds or whatever. That does happen to me, and I bet it happened. Like I bet the audience could kind of, like some subset probably is similar. It's probably, but like I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying now. Like watching your life, like saying watching your life from behind your own eyes is like you can't really picture that until you think about like an experience. But I'm thinking specifically of like last week or whatever. I was like at my closet door, like opening and like putting some clothes in my hamper or something, and I was like, I had that. I was like, watching myself put the clothes in the hamper. And all of a sudden, I was like, this guy's arms are Daniel's arms or whatever. It's like so weird or whatever. And then it pretty quickly went back. But I do kind of understand what you're saying.
yeah, yeah, okay, then yeah. So you get what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that shit sucks.
Yeah, that's not fun.
But yeah,
Eh, But you know for sure that it wasn't like that was something that had just been going on forever, but it was like, however long you were taking
nah, I'm
meds.
pretty sure, cause like it's like things have been starting to smell different. Things have been starting to taste better.
Ah,
Like that, like
yeah,
straight
that's
up.
kind
I'm
of
not even lying. Like I can smell. Like in the past couple of days, like I feel like my nose has been smelling a lot more things. My taste buds have been like coming back.
ah, yeah, that's definitely like side effects. Like that's not just a all of a sudden mental epiphany. It's like
Yeah,
something was suppressing that stuff.
that's what I think. Cause like I've been stuck in this rut. For what it feels like since I started taking my meds, which
Hmm.
I mean like in a coincidental sense, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, yeah.
I started taking my meds at this time. when did I start feeling like everything was just sort of like happening around me and I had zero control over my own actions or like my own life? When I started taking my meds.
Yeah. Right. Well, yeah. Good luck with. You said you're going to talk to your psychiatrist about it, or like,
Yeah.
sure, yeah. Well, good luck with that. I hope there's like a good solution.
Yeah, but
Not like
if
a compliment.
anything, I feel a lot better now than like anything
Okay.
else. Like, for anybody listening that's like worried or something, like I feel good right now. Like I feel a lot better than I have in a long time. Like I went to IKEA the other day. I got a coffee table. I got a couch. I've been meaning to do that stuff since I got here, like 2 months ago.
I remember you talking about the couch last time, like wanting,
Yeah.
or no, because you had a couch and you lost it,
Yeah.
so you needed a new couch.
So now I got a new couch. Like I cleaned my room the other day. Did all my laundry. I've been like right now at least I feel like I'm in a better place than I have been in a long time.
Well, that's great.
So I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on the meds thing.
We got to try and do this more frequently.
Yeah, sadly, but yeah, we're at like 40 right now. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I sort of talked about it the entire time.
I mean, I feel like at least one member of our audience has said that it's more interesting when we talk about like a topic than when we just list the stuff that happened to us. So I guess that was kind of a mix of both, but that was a discussion about like a specific thing. So
yeah, I'm thinking that the title for this episode should be Mercury is in retrograde.
I was thinking the same thing.
Mercury is in retrograde. All right, cool. Yeah,
that's definitely the title.
But yeah, there's nothing else I really want to talk about. What about you?
No, I mean just stuff. I could just continue talking about stuff that's happened, but it's not, it's not any more interesting definitely not more interesting than what we've been talking about. So I think this is a good place to end it. We can try and I feel like trying to resume talking about stuff kind of breaks down once it's been like a month since we last met. So I feel like we should try and stick to our weekly stuff if possible. But obviously school takes precedence. But yeah, I think we're good.
Audience will see us when they see us, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll try to get it as much as possible. But thanks for all the listeners, I guess. Comment, like, subscribe.
Yep. As usual.
All right, goodbye.